Hey Kerbal Space Friends, how's everybody doing? We're out here with episode 5 of my Reusable program in Minums. We got our SSTO here and ready to go. You might notice that I have had to modify it a little bit. The one that I made in the last episode would get me into orbit, but it didn't have a lot of fuel to maneuver and go catch the station if needed. So I added this one tank and I added that fourth wheel that you might have seen there. Its action group on its own, so I can pull it up before takeoff, and that way I can also land without blowing my engines off. Having this additional tank has made it so that this thing can make it to the station and deorbit and land pretty easily. So I won't have to use up any of the fuel station to do any of this. Okay. This one has more jet fuel, so I can, more rocket fuel, so I can actually turn a little bit later. It's not going to be a problem. The thing is, since this one's a little flimsy, overheating is what I'm most worried about. And the higher we are before we really start picking up speed, the better it is for the overheat. So I'm actually going to keep it at a little bit higher angle. Get out of that thick atmosphere faster. The intake's still great because we're still picking up a lot of speed. Alright, let's start throttling this back because we really don't want to blow off any intakes. Yep, there comes the heat thing, so let's do this. Let's throttle it down until we're not gaining much fuel and then crawl back up. There we go. There we go, we're gaining speed. Okay. We're gaining altitude like crazy, which is a good part. So we're going to get out of this thicker level. When that heat's going to start going down, then I'll go back to full burn. There we go. The heat's already going down. Good. Full burn. Bring the nose down a little bit. We want to get the most speed we can out of the jets. Right out of the engines in jet mode, more to the point. Okay, so we're already back in the greens. I'm going to turn off the gauges just to not get myself locked up. We're gaining speed and we're gaining altitude. We're getting more altitude than speed for sure. So, let's see. Anything going on here? Yeah, very little altitude gain now. There's not enough air to really keep these rapiers pumping. We're actually losing. Never mind. Closed cycle mode it is. Alright, let's look at this. Station is actually behind us right now. Shouldn't be for long. Let's see. Let's get that altitude nice and high. The station's at 150 kilometers, so our standard parking orbit of like 80 that I use on almost everything else isn't good enough here. Especially since we need the station to catch up to us. So let's actually go out beyond the station and coast our way there. Still got plenty of fuel. Right. Now one thing that I was just thinking about now that I was redoing these videos, and particularly after the one I made last week, as you guys might have noticed, atomic rockets don't use oxidizer anymore. Our transfer vehicle, it was designed before the latest patch. So it's going to have oxidizer. I wonder if that's going to cause any problems. They'll probably pump the oxidizer back into the empty tanks of this one from that thing, so I'm not transporting the mass and just take a bunch of empty tanks with me. I mean, it was still a really efficient craft either way. Okay. Let's prepare to circularize this thing. How's that looking? It's okay. $163, $177. Alright, let's wait for the station to catch up to us a little bit. Closer and closer and closer. This should be pretty good. Okay, so let's try to get it to... No, I don't want the target, I want the orbit. There it is. Okay. Let's see if I just slightly burn him down here and get it to line up over there. There it goes. Perfect. 2 kilometers. Still got some fuel left for the maneuver. Good. Okay, let's time accelerate over there. We passed it. Oh, it passed us. Now we're catching back up to it. Alright, great. Now we're going to change this back to the actual target. And we want to, of course, get it to intercept. Have to be careful with the fuel, we don't have that much. We're kind of going straight at it, so let's brake a little bit and try to get on target. And that's it for that. Alright, switching over to RCS and hitting the brakes. Not much. I'm going to put some more powerful RCS thrusters on the back of this thing. But it'll be okay. I mean, this thing is tiny. How much delta V I expected to get here with? Good amount of RCS fuel though. Always saves our butts. A little time acceleration to get closer. Okay. Let's get ourselves right on target. Call me, you know, inefficient or whatnot, because yeah, I just realized that I was really playing all of this by ear. I had no maneuver nodes or anything. I just kind of did it to what felt right, and this probably wasn't the most efficient way of doing it. But I don't know, it is what it is. It's kind of becoming second nature to me to just do this stuff. Okay, so I need to go down. Looking pretty good. Okay. Whoops. Dock up you. There we go. Okay, so let's pump all of that out because it's no longer necessary. Alright. Now let's transfer these guys to the new one. I'm going to hit 3 to shut down the engines on that thing. Apparently this thing's engines are still on, that's fine. Okay. And away we go. Alright. To Minmus it is. Where is our dear friend Minmus? There it is. Well, that's gonna suck. Don't think we have a lot of choice. So I'm gonna have to do this in a 2-part. I get out sort of to Minmus. And then somewhere around here I'll do an inclination match burn. Oh, that's why. It was up. Yeah, that's probably why. Alright, that looks pretty good. Estimated burn NA, huh? Well. Yeah, when it comes to 2-part burns and intercepting things on like on inclination, I do maneuver nodes. I haven't got to the point that I can do that by ear. I'm guessing it'll be a couple of minutes to burn, so I'm gonna time accelerate till there's about 2 minutes left, and then see what it tells me. Okay, so let's do this burn here. It's a 2-minute burn. Okay, so let's wait another minute. There we go. And we can, of course, physics warp through it. Ain't got all day. A love target. Again, a little off target. Okay. Let's see, how are we doing over there? I'm very likely going to redo this. This is not going to be as good as I thought it would be. Let's see. So we're already way past, but that's okay. I'm gonna do it over here. And we need to go up. Alright. Inclination match isn't quite there. That's pretty good. So we're gonna be here, and it's gonna be there. We're still missing a little more upwardness. And as ugly as that intercept is, that's what it's gonna have to be. Estimated 8-second burn. Okay. Shit, I can do an 8-second burn. So let's warp there. Whoa, there's an asteroid in here? That's interesting. Let's hope that 8 seconds is actually correct. I run low on trust on this thing sometimes. Out here it doesn't really matter that much if you do it right on time or not. We're in the middle of a normal straight line. Okay, so let's see. That's an intercept, alright. Now, I'm really far away from it there though, so let's see if I can bring it in just manually. Yeah, I had a feeling that might happen. You guys remember when I was doing this kind of tweaking with the Minums one? So I'm off to the left of it, which means that if I burn straight to the 270, that should get me to where I need to be. Or is it the 90? No, I think it's the 90. Oh my, this again. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So there it is. The encounter is getting even closer and closer. That's perfect. This is a couple of units of fuel that we're using here because it's really low. Okay. Now apparently we're flying directly under Minmus. So I'm gonna go back to the northern one, which is as always the other way. And let's crawl in. There it is. There it goes. Now it seems we're going over a little bit, but we're really close. Let's wait till let's do the rest of this when we're inside the sphere of influence of Minmus. Eccentric orbits and the pain in the butt that they are. Okay. So now first and foremost, the station is orbiting the other way to where we're coming in. So first let's get flat, because we're coming in high. That's good. Then let's go to the correct side so we're not orbiting in opposite directions. Ooh, the fuel. Wow. There we go. Let's not be crashing into it. Okay. The station is at how far off? Station's orbiting at about 15, so that's okay. We can come in a little bit inside. And this time accelerate over there. And now we need a circularization burn. That's not bad. "20-second burn." This fuel is actually starting to concern me a bit. Let's hope this doesn't take too long. We have RCS, tons of it, so we can use that to maneuver around. It's like we did with the SSTO, so let's not get too nervous. Actually, we're doing good, we're doing good. Just with the massive efficiency used to get from atomic rockets, and the fact that we took off with the ship with more than half its tanks empty, is a little nerve-wracking. So I'm going to apologize ahead of time because this mission is really taking a lot longer than I normally like to make videos. So there's not enough left for me to justify another episode. So I'm just going to make this last one an extended one. Kind of like I was with Interplanetary, that last mission was a lot longer. So the last episode was a lot longer than the ones before it. Of course, we want to extend the periapsis on the other side. Those two should hopefully match up at some point here. Target position at intersect. My position at intersect. So if I do this, they'll get closer. Yes. Alright, let's do the rest of it when we're already over there. Alright. Where are you? Station? There you are. Let's do this by target. Okay, that's the way. Let's close in on it. Where is the prograde? There it is. Okay, so let's go this way. Alright, we should be able to do some time acceleration and get this over here faster. Okay. Let's start slowing this down some. The reason why I want to slow it down is because I will very likely have to do the rest of this on RCS. I'm almost out of fuel. Alright. Okay, Okay, so let's do one last desperate burn with the nuke, and we should be good to go. I'm not gonna put the prograde right on the station because I don't want to accidentally crash into it. It's not bad, actually. Let's do this on the other side. Okay, perfect. Wow. I couldn't have planned that better. I'm feeling lucky today. This is right before I crash, of course. Alright, let's RCS our way in there. Alright. Okay. Let's prepare to dock. This is our docking port right here. Right. Okay. So let's put it on chase view. Chase view sideways? Seriously? Let's put it on free view. Let's do it that way. Oops. That was some sloppy docking if I've ever done any. But it should work anyway. Yep, there it is. And for our final leg of the voyage. Now this has to be a more controlled descent than just setting it down on Minums, because remember we have the habitat we have to hit. Alright. So a controller from here so that the engine is aiming down. And actually we're in pretty good shape as far as that's concerned. So let's do a burn here. Of course we don't want to hit the station, so let's make sure I'm not burning straight at it. Nope. Now I'm probably gonna want to Probably should have done this a little bit later because, of course, Minums is going to have orbited around a little bit before we get there. So I'll leave it at about 5 and I'll readjust the burn. I'm not going to actually put the periapsis on the ground because the habitat will have rotated a bit, see? Yeah. So... why am I dead stick? Oh, because I'm still time accelerating. Goodness. Scared the crap out of myself there for a minute. Still had power, I still had control. I was like, wait a minute. Go free chem. Let's put our landing gear down. Okay. I had that to space. Okay, great. So let's coast till we're above the habitat. Of course, I don't want to regain altitude, so I'll do a little bit of burning here. Of course, I'm not quite on target. I'm a little off. And that's counterintuitive because it's upside down, so let's fly it like that. It's not looking bad. Let's turn on some lights. A little acceleration. Okay. This part of the trip, very little fuel usage, so. And as usual, almost all of it's going to happen at night. Alright. Okay, let's get ready to land. And come straight down on this now. No time acceleration at all because I'm below 1 kilometer. Or 3,000 kilometers. I mean 3,000 meters. Fine, whatever. I'm gonna put a third throttle and just bring it in. Should be seeing lights on the ground already. I guess we're still a couple kilometers up. And down we go. This is the only one that gets to the destination with a ton of fuel, because of course I designed this thing to be able to go back up into space afterwards. So the deorbit and the landing didn't even use a third of our fuel. Alright, there's the light. That's why I put the light on the bottom. Touchdown, alright. So let's control it from here again, so we're looking forward. Let's use our RCS thrusters like we designed it. Let's drive our kilometer over there. Now here on Minums, since there's almost no gravity, hitting the brakes does almost nothing. And steering does almost nothing. You're just kind of skidding. It's kind of like ice skating more than it is driving. So I'm actually going to... Whoa. Get myself killed. I'll just fly over. Heck with it. There's a piece of debris still from the landing of that thing. And here we are. We'll lock the brakes, as useless as it may be. And our Kerbonauts have just made it to their new home. Alright, so let's transfer one guy. I'm not going to EVA all these guys here while you guys watch. Well, let's at least do one guy. Why are you hopping? I'm just telling you to walk. Alright, grab on. And board. And there we are. We now have our crew on Minums, 100% reusable. Didn't lose any passengers in the interim or anything. So again, I apologize for this episode. This is about double what I normally want to make a video at. This is 38 minutes, and I normally want it to stay 20 or under. But yeah, here we are. So thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you guys very much for your patience. I know it took me forever to finally remake this. And let's orbit Minums around and get that money shot. There it is. There it is, our lander, our habitat. Sitting on Minums even though it's crooked. So thank you guys very much for watching one more time. This is Ross signing off. Bye.